And it's like life is not perfect, and like people are not perfect. So like I don't expect shit from anyone. I don't speak on anyone. I'm not checking for anyone. I'm not mad at anyone. I just want to be left alone. I have 3 kids plus 1 on the way to worry about. Every time I decide to procreate, I have a new responsibility that cannot afford for me to sit and continue to extend loyalty, love, time, money, my peace, my sanity, my mind. They can't afford for me to keep giving that to anyone else who don't give a fuck about me. So please, leave me alone. You see me overcoming? If you can't clap for me, be happy, pray for me, wish I'm doing well, hope I'm doing well, please don't speak on me. Just please give me the same courtesy I give everybody else. All I'm trying to do is take care of my kids. No, it's just nap time. Just have to put my baby to sleep. That's all I want to focus on. Anything else, keep me the fuck out of it. I'm not checking for y'all. I'm not asking you guys for anything. Please just stop speaking on me. I post my life just so there can be a representation, But stop speaking on me, especially if it's not true. Or especially if you haven't confirmed that it was true. Because it's okay to speculate, to have a what do you want to call it, a reasonable observation, or it's okay to make a theory of something that you have observed or you feel like you reflected on. That's okay. But to just pass that along to other people and you don't know what's going on with me, or you haven't had a conversation with me, I haven't spoke to you and shared with you that I have some type of, issues or drug addiction or fighting any type of domestic violence and drug addiction is serious. I would hope that if I really was addicted to drugs, or if I really was being beat on, that my family would give a fuck about me to call and ask me if I'm okay, and not to talk about me. And I understand that in this day and time, that's a big expectation to have, because I've been learned a long time ago that everybody isn't blessed with loved ones or people who actually genuinely give a fuck or care about other people and their well-being. I understand it. I understand that everybody is literally out for them. Like, everybody, when it comes to relationships, is literally all about what you can do for them or what you have to offer. I understand when it comes to you need help and stuff. Everybody's not always blessed with that. And that's okay, because that's what growing up is about. Becoming an adult is about. If it's something you don't have, you want, or you need, you go and make it happen, or you go and get it. That's what it is. That's what maturing and being an adult is. You can't, that's just what it is. You can't cry about shit you don't have or you never had. But, I would just hope that somebody would give a fuck about me enough to actually want to help me if that was the case. Even at the fact where I do understand that it may not be like that, I just want people to really understand. That's why I'm very transparent and I'm very open with a lot of my struggles and a lot of things that I have to overcome, because people are not blessed with those type of people all the time. So we need representation out here to be able to show other people, that it's okay. It's okay to get through what you might be going through behind closed doors that you don't want to share or that you don't have any help for. It's okay. Like, it's okay at the end of the day. But like those people who literally want to keep seeing you doing bad and literally gossiping about you instead of like really family, who really just rather have something to talk about than to help, when all you do is help, that's just evil. And it just explains a lot. But it's just evil. And even just speaking on this, it makes me sad, because all I know is family. I come from a big family. I was raised by a village. My biological mom, she could not raise me. My dad, he was not there for me. So when it came to me learning, being fed, being bathed, having what I needed, that didn't just come from my mom, my dad, the people who birthed me. That came from the people who birthed my mom. There was a village, not just for me, but every needy kid that was in the family. I was raised by a person who raised multiple family member kids who wasn't even at the age where she should have been responsible for it, but she did it. So it makes me sad to know that I got family right now that acts like this. It makes me sad to know, to really know that if I was out on drugs or if I was in a domestic violence situation, because I have dealt with it before, it's not fun and it's not easy to detach from that. I literally have dealt with domestic violence since I was 15 years old, and my family knows this. So to know that if I was on drugs or if I was in a situation to where I was dealing with domestic violence, that I would be talked about and gossiped about instead of receiving a phone call to know if I was okay, that hurts me to my core. And it literally just makes me understand that I'm glad that God made me the way that he did. I'm glad he made me strong. I never understood why I had to go through the shit that I went through as a kid, but I'm glad that I went through that shit, because depression is real. It's real. And depression don't care if you have kids. Depression don't care if you have support. It doesn't care that you got to get up and go to work. It doesn't care that you got to change your situation. It's just certain things that people just got to start thinking about. But I'm glad I'm not weak. I'm glad I'm not the girl that go and look for a bridge and jump with my kids. And no shade to any woman that has been through that or went through that, or any deceased who, no shade to that, because I'm not here to judge nobody, because things get hard, especially during times that we are in. But I'm so glad I'm strong. I truly and honestly do wish that things was differently. When you're a kid, you don't understand a lot, and you can't see through a lot because you're just innocent, and you're just at a point in your life, the stage in your life where you're impressionable. So even if someone is wrongdoing you, they have the power and the capability to persuade you that, it's not an ill manner. That's the one thing about being a kid or having a mind where it's easily influenced. But I wish it could be differently, but at some point you just grow up and you just don't want to tolerate any more bullshit. Not because you are judging other people's flaws for real, or not to think that your flaws is bigger than anyone else's flaws, or to judge anyone on what they haven't been taught or what they're still learning. It's not to really discredit somebody else, but it's just when you become an adult and you go through certain things and you learn certain lessons, you start more, you understand the actual value of actually reflecting on your own choices and decisions. You found the value of having self accountability. Because even if something occurred that was a result of someone else's actions, it's just the fact of you can go back and say, well, dang, this is where I positioned myself at to where it even allowed this person to even take these actions against me. That is where you start saying, hey, I'm done with this shit. If I actually want a difference or I actually want something better, you got to look within. You can't control nobody else's actions. At the end of the day, you gotta understand, don't nobody owe you shit. So people are gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna do what they want to do regardless of how it makes you feel or how you feel about it. or how you reflect on it. That's just what it is. So, like, I did my part. You know, there were certain things shared to me, certain perceptions of me shared. You know, there were certain things done to me, you know, certain things that I did not like that was said about me. And, you know, I isolated myself, you know, and I put myself in a position to where I'm going to grow from my current situation. I ain't bothering nobody. Just leave me alone. I'm not wishing bad on anyone. I'm not wishing anyone is still in the same position that they need to grow from last year, or I'm not hoping anyone is dwelling or stuck on mistakes or a trial or triumph that they was experiencing last year. I'm hoping everyone elevates from the position to where they need to, you know, grow to elevate themselves. I wish elevation on everyone, especially where we're heading in the world. You know, I wish that amongst our community. I'm hoping that we do something better than our ancestors did for our children, so that our children won't be stuck another 60, 100 years being misled or going through a system that was never made for us. I hope that my community get better. That's all I want. And to keep it all the way a buck, I say all day long I ain't worried about nobody else, but one thing about loyalty, you don't let how other people treat you, and you don't let what other people do to you change the light that you have inside of you. You don't let negative shit take away from you, regardless of how other people treat you. You still stay the same person. You still remain the same person, especially when it comes to being a woman. You still hold your composure. And there have been times where I don't let people trick me and let my composure be taken away. But when it comes to caring for people, I still love everybody. I still love all my family. I still wish nothing best but the best for my family, you know, because that's where I came from. But I love y'all from a distance. You know, you might can't sit with me, but shit, I'm cheering you on. And if any of my family ever need me and I can be there, that hand gonna always be there. But other than that, please stop speaking on me. You know, it's so much other stuff to worry about. And I know you got other things to worry about than me. I'm okay. My kids, they okay. But please, stop speaking on me. Shit. I love y'all like I said, but I don't fuck with you.